It's your boy Bleeve. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my... Oh, hey there. Hi, guys. Just listening to a little Garth Brooks drinking a Bud Light. Just kidding. I'm drinking an energy drink. I wouldn't drink Bud Light because I don't drink beer, but I don't have a problem with somebody who does drink beer. But also, you shouldn't be triggered by anything, right? We can agree the only thing that should trigger any of us in this world today is cryptocurrency and the attack on cryptocurrency. The rest of it, it's all window dressing. It's all just designed to make you mad about something. Oh, yeah, baby. Anyway, my name is Bleeves. This is Breakfast with Bleeves. We're getting into the cryptocurrency market this morning, and we're trying to figure out what in the absolute fuck is going on. Because guess what came unpegged again? Tether. Oh, snap, dog. Are you being for real? Yes, I am, dog. I am. Tether is now at 99.78 cents. Look at that right there. So now what we've got going on is all of you people who went, hee-haw, 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 I don't want to be in USDC because it depegged over a weekend because of deposits at Silicon Valley Bank, and you moved all your money over to Tether, hee-haw, 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 you lost a penny so far. Now, what is happening over here is pretty simple. Let me grab this and we will pull this up. By the way, a whole lot of bankruptcy and stuff like that is going on. So here's what happened. The Tether FUD could be good for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin market is once again in turmoil. And the reason, and by the way, this follows the Fed. They're doing an attack. It's just an attack. Ugh. You know what? That's right. You shouldn't ever drink Bud Light, but you ever should. Beer is gross anyway. I mean, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Anyway, anyone who's been active in the Bitcoin crypto market for a while knows what USDT is, right? As News BTC reported earlier today, USDT has slightly lost its peg to the US dollar as the Curve 3 pool has lost its balance. The reason for this is that whales are selling USDT and trading it for USDC as well as DAI. However, according to Tether's Palo Arduino, the company is ready to redeem any amount one-to-one against US dollars. Now, is that really happening? Well, if you look over here, you see that Tether is at 83 billion market cap. So now comes the question, is the market cap changing over the course of today? Well, let's go look at the market cap and why would that be happening, right? Well, it looks like this big dip here. Let's do this on a 7-day. And then all of a sudden you see, it's not even $1 billion. So when you start to look at this, it's grown from a market cap of 82 billion in the last month to 83.5 billion. And now they're talking about, oh shit, the wheels are coming off. Oh no. Guys, it's at the market cap it was on June the 4th. This is the kind of lowbrow shit that creates confusion in these markets. And this is why you should never trust the media. This is why you should never trust these people. They're lying, cheating pieces of garbage. And that's what they do. That's what they've always done. Now, does this continue? Well, let's go look. So we've seen a drop in market cap by, we want to call it 200 million. Is that fair? I mean, maybe we should say about 200 million. Well, let's go look at USDC, which is trading at 28 billion. And look at that market cap and see where that market cap is going. Well, that market cap is just barely up, right? If it's up, maybe it's up 100 million, maybe it's not. It's 24 hours. So overall, it's down. So are we seeing right here? It's just kind of crazy, right? Like there's just a real level of disingenuous trash that these people are doing. Here's the DAI, by the way. DAI is supposed to have a market cap that's up today. This article said it, right? So it must be true, right? Well, DAI's market cap is down 2% on the day. So is this really the case? Yeah, you're for fuck's sake, these people, man, I swear to God. Historically, the depegging of USDT is not an uncommon occurrence. Samson Mao, CEO of Bitcoin-focused company Jan3, writes, Tether FUD is always the FUD bottom. It's what they pull out when there's nothing left up soon. Do you hear that? Tether FUD is, by the way, hit the like button on your way in. That certainly helps me, push me up in the algorithm, gets more people in here watching, and that means more tips. Woohoo, baby. Tether FUD is always the FUD bottom. It's what they pull out when there's nothing left up soon. Again, up soon. That's the important part. Analyst Miles Dutcher, friend of the channel, has a similar view. He explained, fun fact, stablecoin FUD often marks local bottoms, and shared the following chart. And then he showed that these are the USDT FUD, which led to a giant spike. USDT FUD, which led to a giant spike. USDT FUD, which led to a giant spike. And guys, you remember each one of these. And this was USDC, not USDT, by the way. But here we are on a dip again. And what's happening? We're getting USDT FUD, which means that we're probably headed to 37.3, which is what I've been telling you, which is now what Valkyrie Investments is now telling you, which is what Crypto Zombie is now telling you, which everybody, look, anybody who knows what the hell's going on, and anybody who can look at this market and read a chart, right? They all know what's going on. What's going on is this is the shakeout before the move to 37,000. The real deal here is now you've spooked out and you've scared a whole bunch of donkeys. And I really like that word lately because I saw this thing the other day, and I'm not going to, and look, it's not animal related. It's weirdness, right? It's just a dude and a donkey. I'm not going to say any more, but they were friends. You know what I mean? And the donkey got lost in the hills for like 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden the guy is out like walking, looking for his donkey. And then the donkey shows up and it's like, hee-haw, 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 doing the donkey shit. And he was like, the donkey was crying because for no reason other than, I found this dude walking down the street and he looks like this dude I used to know. So I thought, wow, that looks like the people who complain all the time. A bunch of donkeys crying about nothing, right? So now I call people donkeys. Like I just can't help myself. Even though, look, I know that means Democrat. I know it's, I'm down with the lingo, bruh. But I mean, guys, these people are crazy. Like this is just, there's always something. And look, it's the media. They're trying to manipulate you, right? And we're gonna go through a bunch of different articles. We're probably just gonna look at the main stuff on the articles. Pre-markets are basically across the board good. Liquidity, we didn't pull the liquidity, but we're getting closer and closer. We are scraping some of this up every single time. The next big number is that 24.4, 24.5, something like that. It goes over here and, oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't know that was a joke. But no, the donkey's like hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw. I didn't know there was a joke for the donkey, but, and by the way, they were just, working together. It wasn't a real thing. Anyway, possible we could pull in this 24,000. We pull in this 24,000, then maybe it's a big reversal that's about to happen. It can happen at any time. I think that it's going to happen at any time. We're going to get a nice little move, right? So back to the broader market. In the broader market, we've got 42 billion in volume, 1.016 trillion in market cap. 24.9. Right now, we're seeing a reversal on Ethereum a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of fighting, by the way. There's going to be a little bit of fighting at some of these levels. We're seeing that breakdown, and that's the nervous sentiment. It's the shakeout, right? What they're doing, what the institutions are doing, what everybody's doing is kind of shaking everything out. Now, why would they be shaking out when they paused the Fed rate hike? Well, that's pretty simple. Because Jerome Powell came out a little bit after that, 30 minutes later, after we got the numbers, and everybody was like, oh, yeah, baby, this looks pretty juice. Yay. Ha. gonna be cool, bruh. And then you get this candle, you got a nice candle moving up right now, and you're like, oh my god, here we go, we about to moon, dog. And you do your head nod shit and whatever people do. But then Jerome Powell comes up to the mic and he's like, hello everybody, we're gonna keep doing this for like years. And he just says that now they're gonna do that. It could be years before they see any kind of rate pause. So or a rate reversal. I'm sorry, not a pause, but a reversal. So then that causes, of course, the markets to just start to tank, which leads to after the evening's over, a nice little move back just a little bit, and then it comes back down. I mean, you're seeing it in the broader markets too. You see that big downward movement, then you see a little bit buyback coming back in, and then you see like, oh no, tether's depegged, and then here we go again, right? Well, I do think that does mean that we've pulled up some liquidity, and now we're moving in a better direction. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not done with some of the this downward momentum, but here we are. We're at this spot right now. This is Bitcoin chart, and we are bouncing off of the Bitcoin support level. This has been a parallel channel that's been playing out for a long period of time. Let's look at this on a day basis. Here we are. It's been going on for a while. So now that we're at this spot, what happens? Well, typically when we hit this spot, we're back up here to 29 or 30,000. What happens when we hit this spot? A slow move this time, and then it retests, but then it goes up close to 30,000. It's just continuing to do that, right? So what do you think is going to happen here? Well, I think the market's going to correct itself, and that we're going to have a little blast off. Again, might not be as gigantic as we want to see, but the breakout on a downward trending chart is towards the upside most typically. This is atypical scenarios. This is atypical moments in time, but it's entirely possible that something bad could happen. But again, hit the like button on your way in if you're coming in just now, tuning in. So here we are, and hopefully this is the start of a reversal. If this flips to green, then we're gonna be feeling good. It looked like being used as support for a little bit. Now we've broken through, so we got to get that flip back to green, and then off to the races. Maybe there's some foundational problems with cryptocurrency. There's the problems that exist with the SEC. The SEC is attacking everything in sight. People, don't take your children to visit the SEC. Just I wouldn't. Not with old bug-eyed Goldman Gary, you know what I mean? He'd probably boil them, you know what I mean? You look like a security, you know what I mean? So let this market play out. We're on another dip, $8 billion. We're coming down again, which has been, standard par for the course for right now. So we'll see how this breaks apart, or if it doesn't break apart, if it breaks back to the upside. Thing to remember here, Bitcoin's still up 40% on the year. We come down here. This is the beginning of the year. So we're still up here. Raptor comment. There's some Raptor content coming out today, by the way, for anybody who's interested in Raptor. We'll be talking about that. We're doing shorts, a few little shorts. And one of those is going to be on Raptor. Another one's going to be on Refund. Another one's going to be on, I don't even remember. But there's some coming out. Now, let's get into some broader news. OKX receives MVP preparatory license in Dubai, which means that OKX is about to start trading in Dubai, which is a big market. Bitcoin whales holding 1 to 1,000 Bitcoin buy more coins. No shit. Duh. What we're seeing right now is the broader market, the people who are not, the people who buy during the fear, who do. And I had a hilarious thumbnail that I was going to use, and I don't know if I still have the thumbnail. It was hilarious though. Let me see if I have it here real quick. I might have overwritten it because it was me punching Warren Buffett in the face, telling him he smelled like a fart while he was saying something about being fearful in the market. Hilarious. But then I thought, you know what? I mean, I could take him. I'm not saying I couldn't take him, but old guy. Anyway, Miami's mayor, Republican mayor, will challenge Donald Trump for the U.S. presidency. Francis Suarez has been an outspoken advocate for cryptocurrency since taking office in 2017. So we've got another cryptocurrency supporter who's entered the arena for the Republican nomination, along with pro-crypto people so far, Ron DeSantis, who is broadly pro-cryptocurrency. And now we have Francis Suarez, who is pro all cryptocurrency. So good to see these guys getting out there and letting people know that they are pro Bitcoin or pro crypto. Now, Donald Trump came out anti-Bitcoin back in February, saying that he said his statement was that he thought it was an attack on the US dollar. That might change, and you might see a reversal in that opinion, because he did later on come up with an NFT collection. So hopefully at some point pretty soon, we'll see something where he comes out in support of Bitcoin, and that'll change a lot of sentiment there for people that are either on the fence or in denial. Then you'll have yeah, well, he actually does support, secretly he supports Bitcoin because he's actually still the president, that kind of shit. So hopefully we'll get a positive from Trump, and then that'll provide some clarity, and we'll see that the entire Republican, the entire Republican Party is pro crypto. Like, that's going to be crazy, right? And they're going to be working against Democrats who have now become anti-crypto. And here's the thing, by the way, for those of you that don't understand how politics works and you think that it's, they're just anti-crypto. Not when voting matters. When voting matters, if you remember, there is a legislation that's being worked on right now to legalize marijuana in all 50 states. Why is it not happening yet? Well, because it's not near an election. When we get to an election period, when we get to a time when there's an election, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see Joe Biden shamble out in front of an audience and go, what? Oh, spark up that L, bro. We're about to get lit in USA, son, or something like that. I don't know exactly how he's going to do it, but they're going to be pushing for marijuana legalization because it's a hot button topic for an election. You know what they're going to find out is another one? Cryptocurrency. So if you think that they're anti-crypto, wait until the money starts flowing. Then you'll find out. Wait until the votes start flowing. Then you'll find out that they're maybe not as anti-crypto as you think. They're just more, we'll do whatever we got to get your votes than what we think so far. So I at this point, I would vote strictly Republican, but that could change as you start to see some of that, and I don't give a shit how you vote, by the way. You can vote Republican, you can vote Democrat, for all I give a shit. The important part is that you vote pro-crypto, pro-cryptocurrency, and don't confuse that with dildos like Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor thinks everything is a security but Bitcoin, and that everything but Bitcoin should be going up. Or Bitcoin is the only thing should be going up. Everything else should be dying. As a matter of fact, we might even have it. I think I skipped the article on it because fuck that guy. But Michael Saylor came out yesterday and he said, well, with 25,000 different cryptos out there, it's very difficult for Bitcoin to get some recognition and blah, 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 blah. And that, once we have a little clarity in the market and everything is labeled as security, except for the thing that I hold a bunch of, then there we go. You know what I mean? So there you go. That's exactly right. There's no shame in politicians. They will suck the D of whatever gets them a vote. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. But Bitcoin dominance reaches the highest level in nearly 2 years. So it's at 45.84. Big numbers coming out of Bitcoin right now. This is actually 47.5 over here on CoinMarketCap. So gigantic levels of dominance for Bitcoin, and probably should continue and even go higher because of what's going on with Tether right now. And USDC is at 9998. So that's not exactly DPEG. It has to be like 0.05 before it's considered a DPEG. But right now, there's a whole lot of crazy shizit going on right now. Binance USD, by the way, is DPEG'd at this moment because it's down 0.015. So yeah, it's getting kind of crazy out here. Nothing is, by the way, everything is backed. So everything is backed. So, or at least most of it is backed. So we'll see what happens, but let's keep going here. First mover America, Bitcoin tumbles below 25,000. As you can see right now, it just reclaimed 25,000. If we look at some of these lower charts, by the way, you can see that we had that big move down yesterday, and then we've just really kind of trended sideways, even though it's felt like we're up and down. It's because this has been some real volatility. in the market. You see this has been less volatile. Last few hours been way more volatile. We even broke down below our channel here. So, anything could happen over the next little while. So just we're going to pay attention. Be very, very careful of what you're doing. If you're coming in right now, please make sure you hit the like button. That helps push me up in the algorithm. I want to get as many people in here listening to my brilliance as we can. Futures, by the way, one of the things that you usually don't see that you are seeing right now, and that probably is a decent sign because we've been watching this, and I've been comparing this in a bear market for a while. Bitcoin USD versus Bitcoin USDT in MEXC, right? We're using both of these, and generally speaking, the Bitcoin USD is way up by 50 to 70 points over perpetual futures. Well, the perpetual futures have now flipped the Bitcoin USD, and that is maybe a sign that things might be reversing. I want to say because we've been comparing these right now, or I've been silently comparing these during this downward pressure. So now that we're seeing a reversal, that could mean something is in the offing and something is in the works. So maybe we'll see something. And by the way, in my brain, I've been looking for this move. So I think that's where I think that means that there's a move towards the upside coming. But there's no guarantee, by the way. Same thing for USD right now with Ether. USDT peg on MEXC is flipped right now from those two. So it feels like maybe something might be happening. We might be getting a little buy pressure. I don't know. Look, it's got to be sustained for a much longer period of time. And yeah, there's about $3 billion. We were down 8.8 just a little while ago. Now it's 5.3. So it looks like there is a little bit buy pressure coming in. Bulls might be starting to protect and hold some levels. XRP 48 cents, still down a little bit more. And by the way, I was told that it could be August before we get a ruling from Judge Annalisa Torres. Luna Classic 97.17, up 3.5% on the day, still continuing. No Luna Classic content today, by the way. I didn't really have an update. I didn't really have the time for an update. I did a bunch of different stuff today. USTC is up 6.7%. Why? Because the repeg is coming. And guys, remember what I told you. I just feel like USTC is going to go out of its mind at some point pretty soon. Now, when I say out of its mind, I only mean about a 4x. I'm not saying that it's going to go absolutely bonkers and mint brand new highs or anything like that. I think the cap on it would be like 4.7 right here. This resistance point that's been up here for a long period of time. At the best, 5.5 cents. I just don't see it going way back up. So that's the market cap's only 115. So I mean, it could go to 500 million. I think. So we'll see how that happens. Bone still finding new lows, 68 cents. Bone is a buy right now, though. I'm telling you right now, Bone is a massive buy. I think at any moment we're going to see Bone just really start to rip. These guys, they keep putting out little secret notes to people saying that something gigantic is about to happen in the Shibaverse. So I feel like maybe, just maybe, Shibarium might be a little closer to ready than what we think. The SHIB whales, remember the SHIB whales were dumping and they continue to dump, but this point right here is being defended. Hopefully we'll move this up a little bit more and they'll defend it. And this is a big move right here. This is a big move to get back to this level. And look, in the bear market, when money is at a premium, that's very difficult, but it's not going to stay that way. Again, hit the like button on your way in if you haven't already. Conflux is a gigantic buy right now, guys. I think that it's just an enormous possibility of a buy. I don't know anything about BRL. I'm still a holder. I'm still waiting for something to happen. But I mean, they understand. And here's the thing: we don't like it, by the way, as investors. But I mean, you know what? We'll talk about BRL in just a minute. Let's get out of this. As a matter of fact, let's get into the broader markets that we usually get into. 4chan got content coming out on 4chan today, trading at 60.61, still respecting these levels pretty good. I got a feeling that 4chan is going to continue to run. I'm not getting in, by the way, until I see it come down here into 3. If it comes down to 3 one more time, then I might be a buyer in there. I might take a shot at it, but at this level, no. PSYOP still continuing to have a little bit of a reversal, not a giant reversal, but a little bit of reversal to this 8,000 level. It might continue to go up. I'm still up but I'm almost dead even with my original investment. But again, I only have half of my tokens, and we still haven't gotten the other half from the PSYOP. Grumpy Cat, for those of you that don't know, Grumpy Cat did have this legal issue that's being resolved right now. They hired a tier 1 law firm, Nixon McNeely, I think it is, who's responded to the real Grumpy Cat people that this is clearly a parody and not an attempt for the real thing, and they're not going to get away with fudding somebody for a parody, and that they are willing to and going to defend it and fight it. And by the way, Marvel Comics did the same thing with Wolverine, and it was a parody, and they agreed. Marvel Comics also did the same with Hulk Inu. Again, same thing. It's a parody. It's a clear parody. It's not attempting to cash in off of the Grumpy Cat. It's attempting to parody it. So, and it's a renounced contract. So what are you going to do? Volt is at 4,100. Volt did, look, that I told you guys 4,000 was going to be the number it's going to have to bounce off of. It looks like it's holding support at 41. But all of the people, by the way, look, you got to, what goes up must come down. What goes up must come down. You know what? I don't know why they're doing that, by the way. I have no idea. That hot button words to get people to look or pay attention. That's the best I could say about it. But 4,100, the reversal, and last night, of course, they were on Pablo's show. We mooning dog, here it goes, the big reversal's in, blah, 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 blah. And then here we are right where we started. Because, guys, look, this is not... It's going to take a little while on Volt. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some attracting some new investors. It's not going to come just because there's some magic reversal. And look, one of the things that somebody pointed out yesterday was, well, it just looks like when you go back down here, it just looks like a whole bunch of people created new wallets and just bought a little bit to try to FOMO people into buying more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I heard. And then, of course, as you were doing that, what happened? People started selling immediately because they're down. They're nervous, and these are the fights that you have to have. So when it got to 5,000, a bunch of people started dumping. So I mean, that's this 3 DEB dump, just kept dumping and dumping and dumping, exiting position. It's another whale, by the way, another whale exiting position. I mean, that's you got what you got, and you gotta make something happen. And now here we are back at where we started, except this is now a level of support. Now that's the important part, is that you've taken this 4,000, turned it from resistance to support. Now hopefully another reversal comes and we start to mint a little bit higher highs. But what you did create right here is, if you look at this, there is a channel now where if this plays out and this is lower highs and we continue to pull this, then that's a break to the upside. So there's the possibility that we're going to get a break to the upside on Volt. Cult trading at $29.95, $65.91 on SHIB, $27.10 on DeConnect, WagMe Games at $46.42, Pepe down to $86.34, Bloom at $65.93. Ben's kind of down, but still, it just had a nice little run yesterday. I don't even know if it's down on the day. If it is, down 10% on the day. But it was down here at 6,055 just recently. So I feel like Ben is on the way on a reversal. I don't know if that's going to maintain, by the way, because it does continue to get rejected at 8,000. You see that right here. It's not going lower at this point. Now it's going sideways. So that might be a good sign. And again, the same thing is with Volt. You can make an argument here that it's starting to move upwards or to move upwards. And with that being the case, it could be that it's creating this ascending sort of channel here, or ascending wedge. And maybe that means that there's a breakout imminent, but I don't know for sure. I did have a short conversation with some people. There's a lot working for Ben. So I'm certainly not going to sell at this point. If it drop, if for any reason it gets on a nice little run and 3x's from where it is right now, then maybe I will and try to wait for it to come back down and take a risk on it. But otherwise, I'm just going to hold on to this thing long term. MMAI 2637, RFD 1241, continuing to find new lows. Loyal continuing to find new lows at 41.47. But they tell you that you're loyal, so that, that's got to mean something. 0x DeFi. Now, guys, I did this yesterday. You saw it come down all the way to 52, and then it pumped way back up, having a nice little reversal, but it couldn't maintain yet. It's going to take a little bit of time. They've got 3 different utilities that they brought out. So I feel like there might be some opportunity, and they've got some call channels, and they're going to do some exchange listings. So we'll see, what happens with them. And then that, I think, covers everything right now. Oh yeah, Voyager will enable customer withdrawals next week. And then here we is. This is Dildo McDildo. Michael Saylor predicts. He says that Bitcoin will explode by over 900%. And he said if everybody just stops buying everything else, then everybody will buy Bitcoin. It's basically what he says. I think there's been a lot of confusion about the 25,000 other cryptos, and because of all the cryptocurrency securities that have been angling to position themselves as the next Bitcoin or better, all the crypto securities. So now I think that the public is beginning to realize that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. The next logical step is for Bitcoin to 10x from here and then 10x again. Eventually, I have confidence that the crypto exchanges will come around to realizing that Bitcoin really is the dominant asset in the space. And by the way, what he's telling you is the banks are coming and they only want to trade Bitcoin. That's really what he's telling you. So this is no different than what Michael Saylor's been doing this entire period of time. Since he looked young and didn't look like worn shoe leather, like Jesus fucking Christ, he did not age well. God damn. Poor guy. All right, now Bitcoin is having a little bit of reversal. Ethereum having a little bit of reversal. Now, that's a long way to go, by the way, but we'll see how this day plays out. Now, let's get into chat a little bit. Took a general play with Smiley, 1x, and took my investment back. It looks like it might move up some more. Justin W, good morning. David Volted Maui Dragon, what's going on? I think it is what he says all the time. It's absolutely crazy. Luna Classic, they came down. It looks like they achieved parity. So if you want to create apps or dApps on it, all you have to do is have Cosmos stuff, and very easy to move it over. True Believer gear coming soon. I haven't finalized the design on it, by the way. And by the way, hit the like button on your way in. It certainly helps the algorithm. But yeah, what I am doing is I'm creating True Believer gear, and I thought I'll show you the designs before I actually do it. Maybe we even vote on it and decide which one is the best one. But I thought, like, it. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I shouldn't say anything until I really actually have some designs. When I have some designs, then I'll be able to just kind of pump those out and be like, here's what you have like to choose from. So Richie's in the house. Thank you for the 5 memberships. Richie just gave a membership to Aru Basu, Rob Got It, Lunk 210, Fish Killer, and Chuckles Page 84. Thank you so much. And now, Aru, you have the Volted Believer next to your name as well. So, good game. All right. So as far as the broader market goes, I really feel like what we're looking at in this market is everything is priming for a run. When you get so much FUD, when you get so much negativity, when you get so much coming at you at one time, then the reversals are usually pretty violent. So I get a feeling that that's what's getting ready to happen here. If you look at this Bitcoin chart, every time we have these rapid moves to the downside, every time we have these capitulations, except this right here, when you have these big capitulation moves right here, you get a massive move. When we have the capitulation here, you get a massive move. When you have a capitulation here, massive move. This was a big one to the downside, and I think that means that there's a massive move coming. Again, I don't know that means that the move is going to be into this 31,000. I don't know that we're in a position to even test this, but it looks like the opportunity certainly exists for a nice little run. Now, one of the things that I want to point out so that everybody knows, and the Dow Jones did start positive for the day. So one of the important things is to remember the I say this every single time we have an FOMC. What they do today is not what they're going to do tomorrow. If they sold off yesterday and they dunked on everything yesterday, it means that they're probably going to be in a buy mood today, because they always do the reverse. There's a volatile market. Now, what they've done here, just for some understanding, this right here put a bunch of people into long positions because everybody was, kind of parked here at around 25,000. Now there's plenty more where that came from, by the way, but they came down. A bunch of longs got taken because that's where they set their buy orders. And now there's a bunch of people that set themselves shorts based on this level right here, 25.9. So, and you can see there's a reason for it, right? Because it's the top of this level. So there's a bunch of shorts that are sitting like right here waiting to buy. And what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to see a rip here, and we're going to get these people into the market, and then we're going to see it come up here and test the next tier, either this area here or this area here, which will do a lot of liquidating, and that'll liquidate a whole bunch of shorts along the way. Not a huge amount, but a significant amount that were just taken in the last couple of days in these positions, because they're starting to see like these moves, and you get the impetuous people that do the 100Xs and shit like that. So I get the feeling that that's what we're about to see, and we're about to see Bitcoin just kind of rip and go wreck some shorts, because if you come to CoinGlass and really start to look at what has been going on with CoinGlass, and we start looking at the liquidation levels, then the bears have been in control for in the exchange liquidations 24 hours. So over here, this is gigantic. Binance, 48 million in liquidations, 41 million longs liquidated. It's only 6 million in shorts. 40 million at OKX, only 7 million in shorts. Wobi, 30 million and 1 million. Bybit, 13 million and 4 million. So overall, out of 162 million in liquidations yesterday, 87% of the longs were liquidated, and that's not going to maintain itself forever. The longs are going to have to score again, and it's time for the shorts to end up getting wrecked. So, and over here, by the way, you can see longs just getting absolutely dominated. Longs getting absolutely dominated over and over again. You're seeing way too much of the longs just getting dominated right now. You haven't seen a good win for shorts by the bulls in a long time, and it's just continued. And when that happens, and when you get this dip all the way down here, then you got to have a rip back to the upside, right? So this down here means that there's going to be a massive move coming pretty soon. So I would be on the lookout for some kind of just crazy one of these candles. You know what I mean? Like I would just be on the lookout. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen, by the way, but I would be on the lookout for this kind of run here, or this kind of run here, or one of these big, just gigantic candles, or even one of these God candles just showing up out of nowhere, because this is a game right now of liquidating longs and shorts. I mean, that's the part that we're in right now. Now, by the way, that could also mean that we see another big blue candle come way down here and start to pull in some liquidity from all the longs that are set over here. And of course, some of those get liquidated along the way in order to get to the good ones. But you are starting to see a little bit of movement on Bitcoin. Don't know how far it goes. Not sure it's going to really go very far. We did have this level that we dropped to off of this level. So long way to go. And I just get this feeling. I just get this feeling that we are in for a big reversal. Not because the market is healed, and not because nature healed itself, but because that's the game. So I think that the derivatives markets are going to start ripping pretty soon, and we're going to see something just absolutely bonkers start to happen. So that's it for today. That's my time. Got to get to work. It's not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time during the course of your day. You got plenty of things you could be doing. The fact that you spend that time with me really means a lot to me. If you can, support me however you can. The wallet's in the description down below. Go to any MEXC, sign up, start do some futures trading. NordVPN, sign up NordVPN. That helps me out tremendously. BitGet helps me out tremendously. OKX. And tomorrow we start the content with 100x gems. They've rebranded to get out of the meme coin space. And if you are, by the way, True just gave me the magic right here. If you are trading XRP, did you know you can trade XRP futures on MEXC? And if you do that, then you'd use my link, by the way. If you use my MEXC link, then I earn XRP for that. I've been earning XRP because a couple people have been trading XRP on MEXC futures for the last couple weeks, and MX for the last couple weeks because it's been mooning so much that I've been earning XRP. So I now have a nice little bag of XRP. So it's not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you again very, very soon.
Whoa, another shot of the bullet. Loaded, got complex, cocking and pulling. That bottleneck look like the Loch Ness. What are we doing? I'm about to fall out, boy, and the proof's in the pudding. So, can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I ain't mean to call you that.